All right, welcome back to the channel. I want to show you guys how to make a master audio bed and ignore the camera take audio on multicam clips. So we have these clips and they each are named differently than what I wanted them to be named, and they have opposing time code. And I brought those into my bin, and then I went ahead and named them to the camera name that I wanted. So you can double click in here and rename. And then I named the camera number accordingly to how I wanted it to be. And if you don't see that, once again, you can right click and just check camera number. So I named all three. And then what you're supposed to be able to do is say camera one is your master track. You can see we have the slate. So if I click on that and jog back, that's where the slate clicks, and you can make a marker there. And then if we click on the master audio track, that of course shows up on here in the preview, but you could see camera number one's up here. It's highlighted in red. The marker's where the slate is. But over here on the mix, we have to go and manually drag that over. So click in there and drag back. We could put a marker in there so they each have a marker. You can see you get a little drop down window now that shows you each of these now has a marker. You're supposed to be able to click each. So your master track and your first camera. And then you have a little link button down here on the bottom right. And that's now going to give you this synced audio. So it's showing you camera one is now sunk with the master audio track. But whenever I do that, it's out of sync for some reason. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these markers and show you how I did it to work around using these. So I went to the sync bin, highlighted the tracks except for the master audio, and then I opened it up the sync and sunk it up by audio. And then, like the other video, to verify that, we go to our multi-sync and say open in timeline. And now you can see all the tracks are grayed out because I went in here and highlighted just the audio and hit D to disable. So now the picture is going to stay in sync based on the camera's audio and the video, but I disabled each of the three cameras' main audio. And then I made a new timeline, and with camera one as the bed, I went to the slate clap and I manually lined up this Pro Tools master track to coincide with the slate clap. So now we have this as our main audio track and camera one wide shot as our master video. And then I went back to the cut page and opened the sync bin. And now we can choose which angle we want. And then here's the important part is over here on the left, you have video only. And if you have a speed editor, there's a hotkey button for that. But with that selected, you're not going to overwrite any of your master audio, and you can cut back and forth, as you can see here, where we moved back and forth between the camera angles and it left the master audio track. So that's how you can set a master audio record that won't sync up based on the three cameras with bad time code and whatever reason the markers weren't letting it sync like it should. I'll investigate that more later. Ran into that problem and was able to sync it with the master track. All right, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.